Our next project is oil change on our Silverado. It's a 2014 with a 5.3 liter. Pretty basic stuff, but thought would bring you along anyways. As you can see, it's already up on the ramps, so we're ready to get started. The first thing we're going to do is just give everything a good visual inspection underneath the truck. The rust proofing that we had done seems to be holding up rather well. Doesn't seem to be any leaks anywhere that shouldn't be. So everything looks pretty decent that we can see. So we'll go pull the drain plug. Here's the drain pan bolt for the oil. It's a 15 mil. We got our pan right underneath. There we go. Let this drain for a few minutes. Then we'll pull the filter off. While the oil's still dripping, we'll pull off the filter. We've got our oil filter wrench here. We'll let that drain a little too before we pull it right off. Unscrew it the rest of the way, and we'll drop it into the pan. Now, we did warm the vehicle up. Should always do that for a few minutes before an oil change. Get the oil a little warm, flows out a little better. I'll just let that sit and drain for a second. We'll get the grease gun next. The only grease fittings on this truck are on the tie rod ends. There's no grease fittings on the ball joints. I always get up there with a rag, just clean off the grease nipple. And just a few pumps. You don't want to blow out the seal on these. You can actually watch the boot here expand, and that's all you want to see, is just it to pump up a bit. feel a little hard, like there's something grease in there, and that's good. That's all you need. If you blow the seal out, you'll end up getting dirt in there. So we'll do the same on the other side when we're done with that. Here's what we run for oil. Mobil 1 full synthetic 0W20. This truck takes 8 liters or 8.5 quarts. We got the Fram filter. I know, not always the best filters in the world to buy, but these are the better Fram, the XG. I prefer the Mobil 1 if I can find them, but they're sometimes a little harder to find. What I always do is open up the oil jug and pour a little bit of oil into the filter, and then put some fresh oil along the ring. You don't want the O-ring sticking to the engine, and that's something else we need to check as well. Make sure that the old O-ring came off with the filter. If it sticks to the engine, you will get a leak with the doubled up O-rings. This filter mounts vertically, so we can pre-soak it, fill it up with oil. Not many people bother doing this, but I've always done it. I thought it was good practice. A little fresh oil on the O-ring too. So we let that sit just for a minute or two. The oil will soak into the filter. And that's good enough. It'll soak down again a little bit, but that's good. Now we'll take this under the truck and install it with the drain plug. So the first thing we'll do is install the drain plug. And these don't need to be super tight, just good and snug. It was pretty tough to get out. It was a little over tightened, I think. That's plenty. And the filter, like I said, we're going to look up at the block, and we are. And the other gasket off the old filter is not stuck to the block, so we're good to install the new filter. And I just get them good and snug by hand. And that's it. Ready to put the oil in. I've got a couple funnels. All I use them for is doing oil changes. So I keep them in these plastic bags to keep them clean. Don't want all the dust and dirt flying around the garage to get in your oil. Well, there's 5 quarts. Next what I'll do is I'll just take a quick look underneath, make sure it's not leaking. I put a little mark on the jug, you can see it here, of how far we got to go down to get our 8.5 quarts. But 1 more quart to go. Yeah, not done yet. A little more. That should do. While the last couple drops of oil are coming out of the funnel, we'll just take a visual inspection under the hood. Look at our master cylinder, it's full. Take some windshield wiper fluid and top that up. That's close enough to full. We'll go over and take a look at the coolant level. And that's at a reasonable mark. We'll take the funnel out, put the cap back on, back it off the ramps, let it run for a minute. Check the oil, check the tire pressures, grease the hinges, and a few other little things that we do. We're going to go around to all 4 tires and check the air pressure. And we're at just about 31, so we'll just add a touch more. Get them about 32, 33. That should be good. Do that to all 4 corners. And the spare as well. We always check the spare. So we ran the truck for a minute, and it's been shut off for a couple minutes now, so all the oil should be drained back into the oil pan. We'll pull out the dipstick, wipe it off. And yeah, hard to see on this light probably, but looks like we're just a hair over the full mark, just a tiny bit. So we'll call that good enough. Kind of hard to read when it's so clean. Next thing we do is we take our can of fluid film and we go around to all the locks and mechanisms, hinges. Give everything just a little squirt. Door hinges as well. Just enough to keep them lubed up. Don't forget the ones on the tailgate. We're getting close to being done here. One of the things I do want to check on is the air filter. We haven't had a look at that in a while. I don't have a replacement one right now, so if it needs it, well, it'll wait, but at least we'll have a look at it and find out whether we do need to replace it. Probably do. We should probably check out the cabin filter too. Pretty sure this truck has one. We've never done that one either. Bottom one here is a little bit of a pain to get to. Make sure we don't drop this one. There we go. Now, probably pull this hose clamp off. Make things a little easier on us. There we go, got that off. There, that's better. That's all we needed. There's a little bit of debris in there, but it's not horrible. What we're going to do is just take our air hose and we'll blow that out. So we got that blown out. We'll make a note to pick one of these up the next time we do an oil change. There we go. Just snug again, no need to reef on those. Next on the list is to check the cabin air filter. It's behind the glove box. T15 takes these screws out. There's 4 that hold it. Let's see if I can't get you down here. Yeah, the other 2 are way in the bottom here. Yeah, you probably can't see anything. Yeah, trust me, they're here. That just pulls right out. Pretty simple. Now, I don't know if we can get in here and see real well, but behind this is where the air filter is. Now to get the cover off, just take a finger to the top clips there. Just pull them out. Got this side. There, we got the other side. Oh yeah, that's dirty. That's real dirty. We don't have a new one with us. Probably should. It's gonna have to be on the list of things to buy, that's for sure. Just get your fingers in here. We'll use the screwdriver. A lot of debris in this. Wow. Oh wow, that's overdue. Well overdue. It's full. Well, I'm going to blow it out. And I'm going to vacuum out where it goes as well. And reinstall it for now until we get to the store to get a new one. That'll definitely be on the next oil change list. This cabin air filter is so dirty it's almost embarrassing. But I'm going to show you guys anyways. It's amazing what it catches. Just look in the pleats there. Wow. This is well past due from being changed. But anyways, I'm going to just blow it out for now because I don't have one. And next oil change I'll make sure I have one. We got the filter blown out and as clean as we can get it. So we'll just put it back in the same way it came out. There are markings on it. So the filter's back in. We just got to put the cover back on it. It just kind of hinges on the bottom. And just pushes on the top and snaps in. That's it. So we get to slide the glove box back in, put the 4 screws in, and then we're done. It's pretty straightforward, really. It snaps in. We got 2 screws on the bottom, same ones obviously we took out. Let me see if I can't get the camera angle where we can see what we're doing here. Probably not. That filter was a lot dirtier than I thought it was going to be. If I had thought about it, I should have bought a new one when I got the stuff to do the oil change, but next time. Okay, so those are the two lower bolts tight, and the two upper ones. Again, pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, not too tight, you don't want to strip motor or anything, just good and snug. And that's it, we're done. Oh, the only thing we haven't done yet is we haven't set the oil life meter. So we'll do that next. Okay, so the display says change engine oil soon. If we scroll up, hit the dismiss button, scroll up, it says 4% remaining. Now, all we have to do, let me go back to where we were here. So all we have to do that is, we're just going to scroll up on this, hit it once, hit it twice, we're at the 4%. And then just hit your check mark in the center and hold it. Press that, hold it, boom. We're at 100%, and that's all you have to do to reset that. So it looks like we're about done with this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel too. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching.